EDonk, when you spread your shirt like that, your nipple game was on point. Do that again. Yeah, nice. Really good. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, EDonk.
How's it going?
Good. Better than I think I'm doing a little bit better than you. We're gonna do a quick weekend recap.
No thanks.
What'd you say?
No thanks.
No, we got to recap. The people want it. First off, first bullet point, shout out Smells. Smells, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Hope you're doing well. EDonk, in 5 days on the internets, Smells episode is our 5th highest ranked episode. We've done over 70 of these. She is 5th after just 5 days. She's coming for the crown. Our number 1 episode all time is 2.5 months old from DGAF, and she's coming for it. She's already almost caught DR from the Northwest Burbs, who's currently in the 4th position. So shout out Smells. People, if you haven't watched that yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life. EDonk, how was your weekend, buddy?
Not great.
No?
I mean, it was great. Outside of sports
betting. Well, a couple of things I'm going to share with the people to perhaps indicate that your weekend wasn't so great. One, you're wearing the same shirt today that you wore on Friday, so that doesn't bode well.
We did laundry.
Sure.
We did laundry over the weekend.
Can you define we?
My wife.
Okay. And second of all, Venmo won't let you send any more money. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, they have caps. There's a thing called like caps. Like, I don't know, there's a certain amount that you can send every week. And
so you have reached that cap.
Yeah.
Nice weekend. Good job. Okay. I mentioned DR a little while ago, DR from the Northwest Burbs. He did some PGA yesterday. I don't know if you saw it on Slack, but he was commenting about how hot he was running. And he had 2 open parlays going into last night's action. And this is why you don't PGA, because the last 2 parlays, he needed the over in the NFL game last night, just missed. And the other parlay, he had the Blackhawks. They were a decent sized home favorites and they got shut out. So don't PGA. Oh, you just froze. Oh, and you're back. So shout out DR. EDonk, we went 3-2 in Circa this week. Not bad.
Yeah. I really, really wish we would have won the Colts.
Yeah, that was, I would say that's unlucky. It could have easily been a push, but because we were getting 3, so we could have got half a point. But if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times, it's pretty tough to cover. But most importantly, I'm just glad we got our picks entered correctly. That was a big hurdle to get over this week.
Well, I think how many of those turnovers were in the second half? I think I want to say 4 of them were in the second half.
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the stats, I'm pretty sure they were supposed to win the game. But again, 5 turnovers. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I really wanted to take the Pats second half, but I managed to do something like that on Saturday night and hedged and didn't work out. The hedge was just a fucking waste of money, and so I didn't hedge on Sunday.
And again, Venmo cap. So hopefully they reset at some point and you can take care of all the people you still owe, dozens and dozens of people. Speaking of NFL, we have a recurring segment when it's necessary called Joke Lines. We've had 2 so far. We had a third yesterday. Just to recap, NFL Week 1, Jacksonville was a 3 or 3.5 point road favorite in Week 1. That was a joke line. 2 weeks ago at the Fade the Mahoney meet and greet at Lambeau Field, the Packers were favored. I think it was just 3 points at home against a terrible Seattle team. Completely joke line. And then yesterday, no one will ever be able to convince me why this was. Are you aware the Rams went off as a 2-point favorite at Lambeau?
Yeah.
That's the jokiest of all joke lines ever. So good job out of you bookies. I actually, at the meet and greet on Wednesday, I had a discussion with Mike Trout about that exact thing when it was a pick. It's like, I just don't understand. What were you guys?
Yeah. So I just figured that the line meant that the Packers were just gonna fucking get their brains beaten.
I was busy much of the weekend doing other stuff. And when I logged in and saw that the Rams were favored by 2 as kickoff was coming up, I assumed Rodgers was out. That's what I assumed. Because that's supposed to be Packers by like 3.5. Anyway.
I would think, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably more accurate, but
A few other things from that very game. What makes the line even worse was Sean McVay supposed to be one of the good coaches in the NFL. You know, the good coaches.
Yeah, him and the fucking Browns coach are the worst.
Not worse than Mike McCarthy, but still pretty bad. He punted down 2 scores with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, which I thought was really, really odd. These coaches are so scared of losing by like 20 or something, like it matters. And then
he wanted to make sure he didn't fucking cover.
Oh, and then did you stick it out to the end? Their last offensive play, if you stuck it out, they had 3rd and 1, again, down 2 scores, like at the 25-yard line with no timeouts left and the clock running, and they ran the ball trying to get the first down. That was awesome. Nice job, Sean McVay.
You can throw in the fucking idiot from Chicago to Matt Nagy.
Saved his job. Big win on Thursday. Good job, buddy.
He saved his job for what? Another fucking week? Another, like, just dumb.
He will
fire the guy.
He will finish the season because they don't fire coaches in Chicago. He'll finish the season. Equally bad. This one made me laugh. Troy Aikman in the first quarter of the game was talking about Robert Woods, who was out on injury, and he declared Robert Woods as a top 3 receiver in the NFL, which, if you follow the logic from that, then the top 3 receivers in all of the NFL were supposed to play in that game yesterday, because obviously Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp are better than him, right?
Yeah, and Van Jefferson's fucking better than him too.
But top 3. Good job,
and
Troy.
Probably fucking Geronimo Allison's probably better than him too.
Fade the Mahoney favorite Geronimo Allison. The EDonk loves that.
I just like his name. I like his name.
I know. All right. So that was
then the other guy with the hyphenated last name on the Packers. Valdez Scantling.
Yep. Top 3 says Troy Aikman, though. Robert Woods. Funny.
Moron.
I posted this on Slack and sent it out to a few people.
You think Aikman's fucking around with, like, you think he's got some early onset like CTE shit going on?
I mean, there's a possibility he got dinged up quite a bit, but that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
Make sure you tag that fucking moron for even saying, oh, this is like the dumbest thing you could possibly say.
I mean, when you talk a lot, you're going to make some mistakes, but you got to come back.
Yeah, but that has to be like somewhere floating around in your brain somewhere to even have that come out at some point in time.
Robert Woods doesn't think that Robert Woods is a top 3 receiver in the NFL.
I don't even think he's a top 30 receiver, honestly.
Okay. I posted on Slack. I mentioned on Twitter. I've actually invited some luminaries, some of the extended family. We're going to do a Fade the Mahoney circus style NFL betting contest going forward. I've got the rules in Slack, and again, I've sent it to some people on Twitter. So hit me up on social media or through Slack or however you want if you're interested in doing it. But it's basically it's going to be a contest where you bet on every game for the NFL week, star rating, yada yada yada. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Alex Banana for the idea, but it's all set up and ready to go. And then additionally, if you remember EDonk last year, we did a postseason Calcutta for the NFL, which
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. I think we're about 6 weeks out right now because it does involve the last week of the regular season. So everybody who did that last year, please work on getting your teams, your corporations together, and anybody else who is new to the family, please ask me any questions you have about it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think, are we just keeping the same teams?
What, corporations? I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't know. Or are you talking about the teams that you actually bought last year?
I don't think we'll keep the same teams we bought last year.
Yeah. That's however you want to be. I assume people want to get on Mike Trout's team. I think he did well last year, if I recall correctly. He's what?
He's so sharp.
Mm-hmm. Shall we do some picks?
Yeah, I fucking hate the game tonight. I don't think anyone's gonna watch it, honestly. I mean, the only people who are gonna watch it are people in Seattle, people in Washington, and people have money in the game.
Correct. That's why we've got gambling. A lot of people bet it, or people bet it, and so people watch it. All right, Seahawks are on the road. For some reason, the Seahawks, who can't win ever because they're bad, are favored by 1 at the Washington football team with a total of 47. What are you thinking?
I like Washington, and I like the under, and we're going to take Washington for 4 stars, and we're going to take Seattle we're going to take the under for 2.5.
2.5. Okay. And tell me who's going to score the first touchdown, and I'll tell you what odds we can give you.
Give me someone from Washington. I don't know their fucking team.
Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin.
You just made those names up.
Yeah. I'm not totally certain that they're
John
on
Smith.
Washington. I'm not certain they're on Washington, but I'm pretty sure. Gibson, McLaurin, Logan Thomas, Curtis Samuel. I'm not sure which team he's on.
None of those guys have ever scored in their life.
There's a guy on here whose name is DJ Dallas, and the way he spells his first name is D-E-E.
D-E-E.
Yeah. Oh, you know that guy.
No, I don't. I just figured it was.
That's how he spells it. All right. Who do you want? J.D. McKissick is another name.
Who?
J.D. McKissick. I'm not lying. DJ is 16-1, and then JD is 18-1. They're next to each other. Anyway,
they both seem like locks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just sprinkle a little bit on both.
Okay, we got DJ and JD 16 and 18-1. We should probably on the side message Spec Brad and find out what the answer is before the game starts, because
I think he just bets them all on separate tickets and screenshots them, and then whoever wins he just posts and says, oh look, I fucking won again.
That's actually that's a pretty common tactic in the tout world. So they always have the winner. So that's something I would expect from the Kingmaker. Segue, Kingmaker. I got multiple messages from him this morning. Let me pull them up. First one was at 5:27. Shitty tout and training, Chad McVean. He was 9-4 on Friday for hockey, and that's in big bold letters, 9-4. And then in really, really small type, he says 2-13 on Saturday and Sunday. Ouch. So now he's 156 and 162 on the season in NHL. He wants to remind you, EDonk, he went 1-2 on Thursday in the, or I'm sorry, 2-1 on Thursday in the NFL and 6-5 yesterday. So he's 110 and 62 in the NFL. And then it was eating at him that he wanted me to know, because he sent over an hour later, he wanted me to realize that he went 4-0 on his star rated picks from the NFL yesterday. So I'm going to give him a little props here. He did have a 5-star on New England, a 4-star on San Francisco, a 3-star on Green Bay, and a 2-star on Baltimore. So that's what your shitty tout in training, the Kingmaker, went. And he also, just like you, he likes Washington. He's got a 4-star on Washington tonight. So people know what to do with that. What else? You got anything else?
Shout out EL21 for having the most heart in the community. I appreciate that. He was I forget how it started, but he decided to go. Let me just look back here real quick.
Okay. Well, while you look it up, I was watching. At one point, it appeared he had a provisional bet in. I'm not sure we've seen one of those.
Yeah, he did.
He was chasing and chasing and chasing. He couldn't get anything right. And then at one point, he said, "All right, if this one continues to lose, then."
He's the best.
Yeah. So
he's the best. So in the morning, he was stuck 500 to Macaroni and I going into yesterday. So he put in a $500 bet on did Philly play the Giants?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So he took Philly.
Just missed.
Yeah, just missed. He lost that, and then he put 1,000 on the Chargers.
Got to chase.
Also just missed.
Just missed.
And
that was a Trevor Savage circa pick. The Chargers.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew as soon as he put the Chargers in, and then there were some other morons who like the Chargers because they're all from Southern California, and then I saw Trevor had it for circa. I actually just spent the money before the game ended.
That's
so then
he chased 1,000 with the Chargers. So now it sounds like
now he's stuck 2K to us.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I've gotten this far. And so he decided to put 2,000 on the Ravens last night. And honestly, I mean, the Browns did everything in their fucking power to try to not win the game. I mean, it was almost like watching the Bears play, because the Bears also do not try to win the game. They just try to do everything they possibly fucking can to lose. And give Lamar Jackson credit. I mean, he was like a fucking like magician out there, running around like a ninja and
throwing interception after interception.
No, like just getting away from fucking Clowney and the other D-back from not D-bag, D-back from the Browns. So
what I got out of what you were just telling me is EL21 practices responsible gambling, as you should. All you youngsters out there, if you're losing, just keep doubling it and chasing it. You will eventually get it back. So,
Yeah,
so-
I think in like investing, it's called it's called I don't know, some they got a fucking name for it.
it's called gambling.
Yeah, it's called chasing.
So was that a 4K swing then for you with the Browns not being able to score a touchdown all day?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
That was the reason. Put in a
You just
loser yesterday.
you just froze up. Let's do one
That's the
more.
reason we put in a loser yesterday.
Oh,
Macaroni eye.
Okay. Yesterday. Okay.
Well,
Bulls.
yeah, I mean,
Bulls are hosting the Hornets tonight. Got any thoughts on that? With the Bulls laying 5.5?
fucking Bulls. They've been fucking me lately. I mean, I'm not gonna bet on the fucking Hornets. They're awful.
Hmm.
Bulls
That's why they're getting 5.5 points. How many stars?
3.
Okay.
and a
Sorry.
half.
Didn't hear. 3.5. Okay. Lastly, I had promised some either moving or renovations to the studio. It hasn't happened yet. Apologize for that. We spent some time on the lobby this weekend, so the lobby is looking brand new. We'll work on the studio soon. Special shout out to Jimmy Donuts. We appreciate all your love and support and talking about us, no matter where you are, having lunch with whomever, spreading the good news. Shout out EDonk. I own your soul, buddy. After you're talking shit about how much you were up on me on the year, I think I'm on like a 5-0 run, something like that. And we don't have a guest yet for Wednesday. We got to work on that. But there was some chatter about some people having some advanced online roulette strategy that we.
Yep. I wasn't aware of advanced online roulette strategy until last night, and then I guess it's out there.
Yeah, so that might be have to be something we discuss, because if there's a way to beat the game online, you gotta do it. So, all right.
I would think with the computer programming, like if you're really smart, you're really math guy, I think you could beat it online versus live, because it's if you can beat the algorithm.
Well, yeah, and you get more spins in online.
Yeah, the dealers are so fast.
Yep. All right.
So here's an 11-star play tonight.
Ooh,
KL special.
nice. What do we got?
Illinois men's basketball is hosting Notre Dame. We're going to take Illinois minus the 6.5. We're going to take it for 11 stars.
Illinois minus 6.5 bonus KL Cleaton special.
Mhm.
Wow, that's strong. I appreciate you bringing that up.
Another one you might want to sprinkle 4 stars on is Montana. The Grizzly or the Grizzlies.
Mhm.
I think it's the Grizz. Montana Grizz. Whatever the fuck it is. They are at Oregon, and those kids from Oregon, as we all know, are soft as shit.
All right. Well, that's a good way to end it. For those of you on the fence about whether you want to join the weekly NFL contest, I sent it to KL Cleaton, who responded in a positive manner. So I think he might be joining as well. So, all right. 2 things I got out of this episode. 1, chase and double. Chase and double. Youngsters out there, that's how you get out of a hole. And 2, kids from Oregon, always soft as shit. All right. Say goodbye to the people, EDonk.
Later.
Hey, could you maybe put on some fresh clothes for Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. Later. Nipples. And I can't hit the record.